Other items in the news this week, the government has announced that it's going to spend £145 million on the road network over the next 5 years, which works out at £29 million a year, and that's enough to pay for 3.5 miles of motorway a year.
Wow, think of the freedom we can enjoy with that. 3 miles a year.
Looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
3 new miles of motorway. Car news. Fiat, first of all, they are in deep trouble. They're currently losing £2 million a day. Well, they've got a new model which they think is going to stem the flow. There it is.
Look at that, they're saved. They're saved. They'll be fine with that.
It's an estate version of the Stilo, and it is actually very important this works, because if Fiat goes to the wall, they will take with them Lancia, Alfa Romeo, Maserati and Ferrari, and of course they won't go to the wall because they're going to get bought by General Motors. So if you don't buy one of these, General Motors gets Ferrari. It's that simple, so buy one.
News now of the new Micra, a rather gorgeous looking little thing as well. That's actually not it though, that's the only thing. Lovely though it is. They will do that eventually. This is going to be the new Micra, which is, that's all right. That's not bad. I've always quite liked the Micra myself. The important thing about it, though, is loaded with technology, even in a small car, it's even going to have, and you've probably seen this, keyless entry. So you walk up to the car and
no, I've got some experience of that, and there is a slight problem with it, because you keep a little smart card in your wallet, OK? You get out the car, push a little button, door's locked. You walk away and you think, is that locked? So you walk back to check. Of course, it recognises the smart card, sees you coming, it's open.
You could be there for days.
The only way you know whether it wasn't locked is someone nicks it.
Yeah, that's the only way you find out for definite.
Now, this. We all know the Smart, the one that's been around for a few years, the one you can park nose onto the pavement. Well, now they've got delusions of grandeur, and they've launched, well, I think we've got some footage of it here. Two versions. There's a coupe and there is a cabriolet. Now, the cabriolet is interesting. You've got an electric folding roof, rear engine with a turbocharger on it. You've got rear-wheel drive, big fat alloys, anti-lock brakes, traction control, basically just like a 911 Turbo. OK, except a 911 Turbo is £90,000. This, the car you're looking at here, £11,750. That was the least convincing noise I've ever heard in my life. Wow. But I mean, 11,750.
That is incredible, actually. If this is the future now here, I'm not scared of that anymore. You can bring it on. Take as much of the future as you like. That's stunning. 11 grand.
Take a moment now to talk about Formula One. What are we going to do about Formula One?
Yeah.
Scrap it? Kill it? No, the problem... I've been working... The problem here is very simple, is that Ferrari have completely dominated the... Now, we've got a photograph of what Michael Schumacher's going to do next year to try and keep it... there we go. That's what he's going to do next year, to try and level it out a bit. But really, the problem, as I see it, is that the teams have taken over, the technology has taken over. Now that they've got traction control and gearboxes that change for you, and I heard the other day that the teams, the pit crews, can actually tune the engine from the pit wall.
Well, they actually sit... spanners.
Oh, no, we'll turn the revs down a bit. No, one of them developed a fault, a BMW one, developed a fault, and they rerouted the oil without actually bringing it in, did it remotely. And you just think, where's the driver? The driver is the big hero. He's the guy I want to watch. You know, it was like the Second World War, you had fighter pilots, they were the big heroes. After that, they were racing drivers. I want to see heroes. I don't want to see geeks in black clothes going, ooh, well, if I just fiddled with this laptop, we'll make it go faster. In fact, I'd execute them. I would. I'd shoot them in the back of the neck with a 9mm. I want to see drivers take it. I want Formula One unplugged, rip out all the technology and give us proper racing again.
Do you know, Jeremy, that was strangely touching, your desire for heroes.
I'm just fed up with this. I don't blame Ferrari. I can't blame them. You know, they built a better car, they won. Just get rid of all the technology.
I think computer animate the entire sport and get rid of them all in real life. Right, here's some stirring news for us, in that it's a very stirring car. The new Bentley Continental GT. That is a very, very big car indeed. I think it's gorgeous. You're a bit... about...
It's fine. It's got a slightly Vanessa Feltzy rear.
Yeah, there is something of her. But the important thing about the car is the engine, right? Powering that is a W12. Massive engine.
It's the same engine they put in the Volkswagen Phaeton, which I've already driven at 200 miles an hour.
Exactly. They decided at Bentley, Not enough girl stuff. Strap a couple of turbos to it, see how it'll do then. Which is great, but it's given them an interesting problem. It's now chucking out so much torque that they can't tell us how much torque it's putting out. Every time they strap it to the machines that they measure it on, it breaks them. These are things the size of a building, these machines. They strap it down, tie it all in.
You could tie it to this base here, and it would just spin the whole studio
We'd actually go round again.
Angle
That's exactly what would happen. So, unfortunately, they can't tell you how powerful it is. Just lots and lots of torque. In the news this week, more news of Americans becoming very, very gullible. This is a bit worrying, actually. I'm going to quote direct from the press here. The popularity of television broadcasts of live, high-speed car chases has led to a dramatic rise in criminals trying to outrace pursuing officers. This is in Los Angeles. In other words, they're surprised that when you put these guys stealing cars and driving really fast on the telly, more people do it.
No, you can buy a beeper, and it goes off when a chase is happening.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's one. I turn over and watch that.
And the Americans are surprised that more people are stealing cars to this. They've actually got people, there are cases of offenders waving to helicopters, filming the pursuit and attempting spectacular... Get a load of this! Oh, I'm telling
And the thing is, of course, they've got those big, powerful police cars. They wouldn't work here, I don't think, because it would be like your beeper going off. There's a medium-speed police chase. Chap in an Astra. Anyway, other items in the news. Car news. Vauxhall. I love Vauxhalls. The one I particularly like is the Zafira. It's the sort of Astra-sized estate thing with 7 seats, and you can fold the back seats into the boot. Well, now they've done it again with an even smaller one. It's called the Meriva, an unpronounceable, meaningless name. There it is. That's a Meriva. Only got 5 seats, but the ones in the back will fold into the floor completely, or you can take the middle one out. Oh, there's some shots of it here. Look, from the motor show, which is happening at the Neck in Birmingham.
Lots of cars.
Look, they just fold into the floor and you can take the middle ones out. It's a fantastically clever piece of design. Vauxhall, hopeless at everything, but very good at seats. No, they are. They're really... Family cars, these are very good. Zafira and that, very, very good.
Maybe they should just make a range of furniture and forget the whole car thing. Because your seats could fold into your floor in your living room,
exactly.
And you'd have loads of space, and then if loads of people came around, you could fold them all out.
It's a very good idea, Vauxhall seating in your dining room.
I've got a nice car coming up, Mazda RX-8, which is going to be glorious. It's a rotary engine again, which of course means it's only 1.3 and it develops 250 brake horsepower.
Of course it's yeah, no. So, well, it's a Wankel thing, isn't it?
It is.
That's a Wankel thing.
Just get the whole...
There's nothing funny about Wankel.
Wankel's cool. It says here that as a safety measure, the rear doors, because it's got these rearwards opening doors, the rear doors can only be opened when the front doors are open. As a safety measure, which, if you think about it, that's not a safety measure, that's a really nasty design fault.
And they
because
fall.
it's shiny side down in a ditch. You want to open all the doors pretty quick.
What I like is the optimism here. In the press release, it says, they're talking about the engine, right, with a name derived from the word Genesis, derived from, so not similar, they've called it the Renesis. I mean, what do they do? Start with A? Enesis, Benesis. Could have started with a P. Could have been bad, couldn't it?
You're right.
That close.
The VW Touareg. We did evolve a technique for actually saying.
Yeah.
Touareg.
How can you not know? It's a Saharan tribe of people.
The Touareg.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it, but that's what it is.
It's the...
Touareg. The Touareg, I tell you what it is, it's a Porsche Cayenne with the word Porsche crossed out and Volkswagen written in crayon. The most amazing thing about that is a V10 diesel engine.
Yeah.
Oh, I've nodded off. Just said diesel.
That'll be fun.
Oh, wait a minute. You say the word diesel and my seat goes into recline mode. Can I
You're not going to get that fixed again now. You need...
Stop everything. At the NEC this week... Actually, stop everything. I'll tell you what I saw this morning.
Go on.
Ready? I saw a bus on the M4 bus lane.
An actual busing?
First time in 5 years. It was an airport bus taking some stewardesses for a little light sex in London, but it was a bus. Oh, that was... I can't... It's a bus. You can see everyone crammed into those 2 lanes, been there for 4.5 years. Finally one comes
That's worth
by.
the money then. I mean, it's being used.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
That's a
£1 million
plus.
that cost. Anyway, listen, the most important thing of
Yes.
the week, apart from the bus, is MG, OK? They have got a new car at the motor show this week. Here it is. God, it's smoking badly. It's like an early engine. Anyway,
Things
this
have
is
got-
it. Now, I think that is a fabulous-looking car.
I think it's desperately, desperately ugly, but hey, that's my view.
You know those glasses you wear occasionally? Where are you on this? Where are you on?
Jeremy's there. There.
That's all lanky fella over there.
Do you like it?
I'd have to see it in the flesh.
You
No.
see,
There's too many grills. Look at it.
It's like
That's a
something
fair-
designed by a heating engineer. It is.
Anyway, it's a fantastic-looking
plumbed.
car. It's a fantastic-looking car. Let's have a show of hands. Where are we? Here's show of hands. Who thinks fantastic-looking car? Who thinks it's ugly and got too many radiator grills?
That's kind of a split, Jeremy.
That's 50-50. Anyway,
Yeah, fair
OK, well, I'm going to bring them round. Would you like to know about its engine? Yes? Well, it's got a Mustang V8 under there. No, it's not a very good engine, that. However, you can get one standard tune, and there's about 3 different levels of tune, OK? You can get one 410 horsepower.
Wow.
Yeah, that's plenty. Nice.
£65,000, 410. This is MG coming back. However, they are selling a range of accessories which will allow you to take that power up to, anyone want to guess? 965 brake horsepower. That's 100 more than Michael Schumacher has in his Ferrari. In an MG. In an MG. This is astonishing. Do you know what I mean, what staggers me about that car is they can't possibly have designed it in the time it's taken since BMW left.
No, they
must have had an underground production line that BMW, when they were running it, never knew about.
Yeah.
What are they doing in the parade grounds?
Oh, keep it
I'm not
quiet.
doing anything right. What is this vaulting horse you have here?
They're all
He looked underneath as a stove. They had one there, and it was just about BMW leaving. You know, the day we have tried and we have failed with you people. And they're right, ta-ra, mate. Take care, be good, thanks for coming. Right, get that V8, get the supercharger, get the nitrous, we'll get something going here.
Finally get it started.
They had that lot, all those cars they've done, the ZTs and the ZRs and the ZSs, they had that lot ready to go as soon as BMW were out the door.
Good on them.
In tonight's show, Granny's doing donuts. Is the new Mini any good? An ultimate force in a reasonably priced car? And a bed spring with a bike engine takes on the Zonda around our track. Hello. Now, we're talking tonight predominantly about style. Problem is that everyone in the normal world thinks that petrol heads like us, really, are a bit geeky, a bit nerdy, that we spend all day in the loft downloading stuff off the internet. So, with that in mind, I've ditched the jeans tonight, gone for a cargo-style pant, which I've teamed with a blazer.
Nice.
And you've teamed a tablecloth with a shirt, interesting.
Stitched in neatly.
And you're wearing a tent.
I'm tucked in.
As usual. And it's not just our attire as well. We've rearranged the audience tonight. We've got the good-looking ones here. This guy, look at him.
Very fine.
This is a male model, really.
Yeah. You're staying there.
You stay there, you get us a good image, and we've put the really ugly ones
Over there.
at the back.
Right.
Anyone with the spots. Look at
you're
this
there
guy
now-
here. Can you see this guy?
Yeah.
I can't make my mind up whether he is Robin Asquith out of the window cleaner films or Keith Emerson out of Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Kind of a hybrid.
So if the floor manager, the guy with the microphone, comes up to you today and says, "Can you move?" It's because you're ugly.
Don't be hurt.
Don't be hurt, you're ugly.
It happens.
We've also got some car designers in. They're over there.
Look at them, all shiny.
Yeah. You're never going to make it. To be a car designer, you have to wear black. You have to look like a Chechen rebel. They look like an Oasis tribute band. Of course, we're not being helped this week. The motor show. Did you see? They ran a commercial to go to the motor show, which we've got here, and they basically used a semi-naked girl. And there were all sorts of semi-naked girls at the neck in Birmingham. The woman who complained She's the new Labour Minister of something or other, Patricia Hewitt. She's quite fit, actually.
She is, maybe it's a power thing, I don't know, but she's got something.
But really, using sex to sell cars, it is very last week, and it's uncool. In fact, I can't think of anything more uncool than that.
Strangely enough, Jeremy, I can.
Really?
Yeah, the news this week, Transport 2000, you've probably heard of them, campaigning group.
A great name.
Transport 2000.
Years ago, it would have been great, wouldn't it?
Did you not see that coming in '99? We could have a problem with our name, guys. Change the station a bit. Anyway, they're taking the government to court because they want the government to stop painting speed cameras fluorescent yellow. They want them to be grey and hidden so they catch more motorists. I think that's really...
I tell you what, I've got the thing here, Transport 2000, just so that you know who they are. They say in their own, I think this is their own website, Transport 2000's vision is of a country where traffic no longer dominates our lives, where many of our journeys can be made on foot, or cycle, or using public transport, where you don't need a car to enjoy the countryside or city life. What's the word I can use at this time of night? I've got to go to Newcastle. How will I walk?
Places are a long way apart. That's why we have cars. The news this week for petrol heads dominated largely by the continuing saga of Formula One and how to make it more interesting.
And what they've decided, as far as the racing is concerned, is to do nothing.
At all.
No, they're just going to sit there with their fingers crossed
It
and
might
hope
get
it's
better.
more interesting.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, you came up with a theory, though, to improve it, which was basically to get rid of all the electronic gizmos and effectively give us F1 unplugged.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, but we've got a better idea, right? Yes. What you're going to do is you give 1 point for qualifying on pole, yeah? You give 1 point for winning the race, and then you give a point every time you overtake someone.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. You see, the thing is, it is brilliant, this. Michael Schumacher would still be world champion. He'd qualify on pole, get a point, then at the start of the race, he'd have to engage fourth, slow start, drop to the back, then he'd spend the next 2 hours overtaking everyone. We see overtaking manoeuvres.
Perfect.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, but if Coulthard and all the front runners are slowing up,
Yeah.
conceivably some idiot in a Minardi could wait and boom, and by the first corner they got 20 points in the bag. Take everybody.
Yeah, it would be better to start at the back, wouldn't it?
So the qualifying would be funny. It would be how slowly could you drive round.
But then maybe the lights will go green and no one will go anywhere at all. They'll
You
like
wouldn't
a quick
think
draw.
that they're right. They'd just be sitting there. The lights have gone green. It's a good job Murray Walker wouldn't still be commentating on this one. Oh, no, hang on. Because they would. The lights would go green.
Nobody'd move at all.
And you'd sit, and then what? It would be chicken.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, no. First call I got.
There'd be great crashes.
It won't work. It won't work.
No. Here's one. You might have seen this. This lad, 19-year-old lad, he's just got out of jail. He's got one of those electronic tags on. He's been joyriding so much, stealing so many cars, so he's under curfew. He can't go anywhere. He has just won £9.7 million on the lottery.
And your point is?
Well, my point is this, frankly, Jeremy. That and that alone proves there is no God.
Talking of God, we put a request out last week for men of the cloth to get in touch if they wanted to come and drive around our track, as we're looking for the world's fastest religion here. No, really, we are, and we've had a lot of email responses.
This could do the world good.
It's a particularly good one here from the Reverend Danny Wignall, who writes to say that he wants to give it a try. And by the way, did you know that Jesus drove a Honda, he says. Jesus says in John's Gospel, chapter 12, verse 49, "For I did not speak of my own accord, but the
As a man who knows his Bible.
No, it gets better. The Reverend Philip Sutton is also keen to come on the show. He says that King David, driving fast is a fine biblical tradition, for the Bible makes clear that King David rode a British motorbike. The quote is, "The roar of David's triumph was heard throughout the land." The thing is, though, they're all kind of Anglican, they're all vicars. Now, we've got one Methodist, which is good. We're OK for Hindus. We've even had the Hare Krishna, which is good. Yeah. But we are still down on rabbis, and we're down on imams.
Buddhists.
No, we're OK for Buddhists. It's basically, we're down on rabbis. So if you're a rabbi, come and have a go.
OK, this week's Insider Dealing, well, it's a funny old time of year, because it's about this time of year that all the manufacturers are looking back and saying, well, we had this target, we had this objective to sell this many cars this year. We're 7 weeks from the end of the year. Are we going to hit our targets? And they're all hanging on to see if they will. But what will happen, and it happens every year, in the next couple of 3 weeks, they'll go, oh, no, we're not, and they'll suddenly start doing some blinding deals. So my simple advice is, if you were going to go out and buy a new car in the next couple of weeks, and you're happy to have it this side of the new year, wait. Let them sweat. Yeah, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, they will be offering some blinding deals.
And presumably some manufacturers this affects more than others, some that haven't sold their targets.
Yeah, it's the people that are down, basically, on the year. I mean, we've spoke about Alfa Romeo and their deal last week. Fiat a little bit down. Subaru are doing deals already. You're not going to walk into a BMW dealer and find a great deal because they're up. Jaguar are up. So it's the people that are suffering a little bit in the marketplace. But it happens every year. If you can hold your nerve, go in the next couple of weeks, you're going to get a real bargain.
Cool.
One manufacturer that has made an announcement about a good deal, the Ford Focus came out in October 98 in the UK. It's been out 4 years now. Now, when that car came out, it was actually £12,500 for the base model. It was a 1.4. 4 years on, they're doing a deal where you can go in and buy a brand new 5-door 1.6 with air conditioning for $9,995.
That's the same as our Suzuki.
It's a reasonable price. It's a reasonably priced car.
And frankly, nice though the Suzuki is.
It's looking dodgy, isn't it?
It's looking dodgy. Now, anybody else who's fairly young who looks to buy a car will find the insurance premiums are really, really high. You'll be looking at quotes on even a reasonably small car up to £2,000 fully comprehensive. So if you can get free insurance, that's worth a lot of money. Now, Renault at the moment are doing a deal on new Clios. It's on their sort of the entry-level models. The car's called the Dynamic and the Extreme. A 1.2 and a 1.5 diesel. We've got a picture of them there. Very pretty little car, very nice to drive. If you're between 19 and 80, subject to a few conditions, you can go and buy a new car and get free insurance. And if something 19, that's probably worth a couple of £1,000. So that's a good deal. One thing that really, really bugs me, and this is kind of my soapbox now, you'll see these deals advertised in the paper and it will look like you can buy a fantastic car for like no money. I saw one recently for a Lotus Elise, which is a great car, and it said you can drive a Lotus Elise for £199 a month, which is like, wow, you know, let's all get one. And then you look at the small print and the deposit is £8,000.
That's a car.
Yeah. Now, on that basis, I mean, it's like anything, if you put in a big enough deposit, you can have anything for any price. So this week only, I'm offering new Porsche 911 Turbos for £99 a month.
Wow.
Phone me up, I can supply with it. Of course, there is a small deposit issue of £84,000, but £99 a month, you can all have a 911 Turbo.
Nice bargain.
Absolutely. And new news this week, new Nissan Almera. Well, it's kind of a facelift, really. A couple of new engines, a couple of petrol engines on them. Diesels to follow, but the most important thing about the Almera they're changing is the stupid names. Now, on the old one, it's quite complicated. They did an Almera E, that was the entry level. They did a Sport Plus and a Sport SE Plus, but they also did a Twister and a Hurricane.
Yeah.
No, not a Nissan Almera Hurricane.
It's kind of just mad optimism, isn't it? Hoping if we call it a Hurricane, it'll be really exciting.
Here it is, the Nissan Light Breeze coming towards us now. The Nissan, whoops, there's a draft coming from somewhere.
It's a
Well,
bit
the new
blowy
one's an
out.
S, an SV and an SVE, so much easier for all
simpler.
of us.
The new Nissan 350Z here. Astonishingly good car, this. Very pretty car, and with quite a good bloodline. Well, started off well with the 240Z back in 1969. Nissan then made it a little bit worse with the 260, worse again with the 280, and then it got to the Nissan 300, which was dangerously bad.
It really was that.
Yeah, you just had to think about it. It could kill you.
Stop now.
This is quite dangerous.
If you're doing this at home, don't think about
Leave
it.
it.
Anyway, they're back to basics now with the 350Z. It's got a 3.5-litre V6 engine in the front. It's got rear-wheel drive. It's a two-seater. And by all accounts, it's absolutely wonderful to drive. Except we're not going to find out because all they can make for the next year are going to the septics and...
Septics being, that's...
septic tanks.
Yanks.
Americans, yeah. The septics are having everything they can make for a year. And this is happening time and time again nowadays. You know, the Volvo XC90, great car, that 7-seater Volvo off-roader. They've just put the launch date back of that in Britain till the spring because of the septics. Volkswagen Beetle, that was nearly a year. That was completely out of date by the time it got here because of the septic. So actually, what the European car industry needs to do, really, or Japanese, is make a car that they don't want.
Sort of American-proof.
American-proof car. So you get the seat, and you get a plaster cast of Kate Moss's bottom. and then they won't get into it, and then the cup holder, make it about that big, just for a little espresso or some Red Bull.
Rather than this sort of thing there.
So they can't get their styrofoam buckets with 2 gallons of water and half a granule of coffee. Hey, you want to just go easy on that. Can't get that. And the boot, OK? The boot, exactly an inch shorter than a golf club.
Oh, that'll get him. So I think it's going to go in, but it just doesn't quite.
But sadly, they are making cars for the Americans, and we just have to wait until they've gorged themselves. Serious point now. In the papers this week, Wiltshire County Council have, and not just in villages, but actually on the A360 as well, removed the white lines because they say this will create a feeling of uncertainty among drivers, making them more cautious.
Well, yeah, it will.
No, that's actually not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. Seriously, someone's going to die as a result of this. Now, I don't mind if environmentalists who dream this kind of stuff up sit at home with their guardians. What you do in the privacy of your own kitchen is fine. Eat your vegetables, wear your potato shoes. Don't bring your idiotic ideas onto the road, OK? Someone will be killed.
Another story from the newspapers this week about manufacturers making claims for their cars that they're more economical than they actually are. You know, when you look at the MPG figures, you get 3. There's the urban, which is your town driving, that's the lowest. Extra urban, which is the highest figure, that's for kind of motorway fast stuff. And the combined, when they do a difficult sermon, they come up with a number. What people are saying is those figures are a little optimistic.
Well, they are, because they test their cars on rolling roads and machines. They don't have no white lines to worry about. They don't have traffic lights to slow down for, you know, the ones on Regent Street that are red for 2 minutes. And that's what does you. What I always do, actually, a piece of information, is basically look at the urban figure. Because, as a general rule, that's what you get out of a car.
The lowest figure.
The lowest figure. The one that they say you get around town, your average figure will be that. Except, the car I brought down this morning, OK, from Mercedes, they say, look at this is my note paper here, they say that the combined figure, that the average I'm supposed to be able to do, is 19.9 miles to the gallon. Now, on my system, the urban figure is 13.5. Would you like to guess what I actually did from London down to the Top Gear base this morning?
10?
6.5 miles to the gallon.
That is good, isn't it? That's plenty of fuel.
6.5. That's astonishing. Indeed, let's do some news. And first up this week, Nissan, apparently, are coming back to motorsport. Back to... I didn't know they'd ever been in... Have Nissan ever been in motorsport? Yeah. What do you mean? Le Mans. Where's that? Le Mans. Le Mans. Did they win? You don't know. Anyway, they're coming back, not to Le Mans. They are, in fact, taking part in the Dakar Rally using a pickup truck. Got a picture of it here. But we're not particularly interested in the car. What we are interested in are the people who will be driving it. They're all completely gay-looking. Look at their arms and his pose and everything.
Their outfits. Do they know what the Dakar Rally is like? It's very rough out there and sandy and gritty and it ruins your skin. It's awful.
They'll have spare tyres and that hand cream and facial scrub, won't they?
He's not going to be looking like that when he gets back. That's for sure. Anyway, we wish you all the very best, duckies.
Right, talking about cars for girls, MX-5. Now, I quite like these, actually. They've been around for a lot of time, but they've just brought out a limited edition. It's $16,995.
How much is the normal one? 1.8?
15.5, so it's about £1,500 more.
So you're basically £1,500, yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you get for your 1,500 quid?
A few bits and pieces. What you got? You got special leather seats.
Nice.
Well, they're worth about 60 quid.
Okay.
A Nardi two-tone steering wheel.
65.
Leather brake, handbrake lever.
67.50.
Two-tone gear knob.
68.
And a Trilogy badge scuff plate.
68.20.
And some chrome air vents.
Oh, right. Well, let's make it a nice round £70.
And you get a solid silver key ring with 3 little chips of diamond, quarter carat of diamond.
Well, how much are they worth?
Well, probably about 70 quid scrap, aren't they? So that's, what, a couple hundred quid for the key fob?
A couple hundred quid. So £270, and they're charging an extra?
1,500.
Probably best avoid that one then.
Yeah.
So it's one of Fast and Trilogy, not
Maybe
good
don't go.
value.
Have you seen the film Fast and Furious?
Yes, it is the worst film ever made by a human being.
Simply
What do you
dreadful.
mean, no? He turns out in a hat. You like Fast and Furious in that hat. OK, my case rests.
Enough
Fast
said.
and Furious was made for people in hats like that.
Yeah. It really
was shocking. I tell you what it was. It was basically a group of people in hats like that driving around in ludicrous, improbable, very fast American cars.
Well, they're making another. Hoorah! But they've got it sussed, they've got it sorted. They obviously looked around and thought, well, the cars we used in the last one must not have been very good because the film was rubbish. We'll sort this out, make it better. They looked around. Well, Bond's got an Aston Martin, hasn't he? There's Jags in that film. They must have worked their way down a fairly lengthy list of manufacturers because they've ended up with this Hyundai Elantra.
Oh, my...
Look at that. See how the wheels don't fit.
No, that's the car they're using. That's going to rescue Fast and Furious.
That's going to save it.
And you called it a... Hyundai.
Bless you.
You realize, I was in America a couple of years ago filming. This took place in Texas, which is the biggest car dealership in the world. The frontage is a mile long. And I said to the guy who owned it, what do you sell here? And he went, we sell a lot. And he mispronounced every single one. I go, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Nissan, Jaguar, BMW. Every single one of them was wrong. And you call it a Hyundai.
I prefer Hyundai.
Hyundai. Anyway, there you go. Fast and Furious 2 starring a Hyundai.
I'd watch it.
Great. Renault Velsatis.
Oh, yes.
We saw it earlier on. And we decided it's a stylish car, didn't we? OK, well, it's now been voted Tow Car of the Year.
Hey?
Oh, it gets better, this. But this is the best thing, right? You say, no, I'm going to buy a Renault because I like the style. It's the only reason for buying that car is because it's stylish. And you go and whack a double-axle Buccaneer on the back of it. Your street cred is gone. But the best thing I love about this is why it's the best tow car. And they compared it to a Range Rover V8, a Mercedes-Benz ML 500, and, well, a Nissan Terrano 3, that's another four-wheel drive thing, and they say that's better. So I had a look to see why the Tow Car of the Year jury's done it, and they say it's because, and I'm quoting, it's got automatic headlamps, wipers, and an F1-style integrated fuel filler cap. Right, this is the cool board, which is something I've just thought of, OK? Perfectly simple. We've divided a range of cars into 4 categories. Seriously uncool, that would be the Chrysler PT Cruiser and the Volkswagen Beetle. Uncool, various stuff, lots of Vauxhalls and Fords and so on. Cool, well, I mean, the Range Rover, obviously, and the Citroen C3, and then Sub-Zero. That's absolutely freezing, and we've got the Vanquish in that category. Now, this has got nothing at all to do with what the car looks like or how it drives. It's only to do with how cool it is. And this Jeep Wrangler is a classic case in point, OK? I've got to be a bit careful here because it belongs to James over there, who's one of our camera operators. Now, I'm sorry, mate, it's hideous. It's a horrible car to drive, and you've made it worse by jacking it up. And you can stop laughing because you've got a Porsche Boxster. Anyway, glad you're here.
This is a good game, because it really works, and some of them really aren't that obvious, like that thing. For instance, the Hyundai Coupe. That's a really good car. But it's a Hyundai. It's uncool. And we've got, oh, God, there's the Honda Civic Type R. Fantastic car to drive. It's uncool, you can't deny it.
Audi A2. Dreadful, dreadful car. It wobbles when you turn the windscreen wiper on. It does rocks from some... Horrible, but somehow quite cool. And
Can I just pull up your boyish enthusiasm here, there, Jeremy, for this idea, what you've just thought up? But it was really nice of you to consult nobody at all. He just merely sticks pictures on and makes his own mind.
I'm right. That's the important
thing. Yeah, well, there's a couple of things here. I noticed, under uncool, that's a Ferrari 360, Jeremy.
That's a big Fiat.
It's a Ferrari. It's cool. Back me up. Is that not a cool car? If you think it's cool...
Hands up if you think it's uncool.
You
now,
see?
hands up if you think it's cool.
All right, thank you.
The Z3,
yes.
OK? We all agree...
Uncool.
Really uncool.
Very uncool.
No denying that. But you say the new Z4... We have to put it down there, actually, because all BMWs are uncool. X5 in particular...
Oh, it's very uncool.
Particularly when they've got drug dealer wheels like this one on it. Really, really really uncool man in pink shirt who has one. Range Rover, on the other hand, fantastic
Very
car.
cool.
You bought the wrong one. Sorry. But you say anyway, the Z4...
That's a cool car. It's more muscular, it's got presence, you could go anywhere in that, it's a cool car.
Right, fair enough. First BMW since about 1976 that makes it into the cool category. Now, this is a case in point, Fiat Multipla.
That's a really good one, because, well, it's
What do you
ugly,
mean, no?
hang on. It's ugly, yes, but it's cool.
It's definitely cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's going in the cool bits.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that.
Lexus. I'm not taking any trot on that. I'm right again. Lexus IS200, OK? Was a cool car. Alan Partridge has got one.
Not cool anymore.
Uncool.
Sorry, Lexus.
Just wrecked it. How do we make that stick on there? There we are, on there. Now, this one, so uncool. Look, we're going to have to stick it. Why don't you stick in there? Yes,
Oh,
it sticks seriously uncool.
It's found its home.
Audi TT.
Well, it was.
Too many, precisely.
Yeah.
That's why, excuse me, the Volkswagen Beetles down here got launched. We then had to wait a year for it to arrive. If you're going to make a car a fashion statement, which they have, get it out now. And the same thing with this. It started here, and it's moved along, and we think that right now, it's here. And if you want one, you've got 20 minutes, OK? Because in 20 minutes, it's going to be here. OK? And then finally, the Renault Aventime.
If you're going to start going on about that, you're not going to... Jeremy. That is ridiculous.
Sub-Zero. Beyond the Mini, the Land Rover Defender, and even the Vanquish. That's the coolest car money can buy. Don't argue. And on that bombshell, really, we have to end the show.
Actually, we don't. That's not strictly correct. You see, this whole SL thing, like your car in particular, do you not think it's ever so slightly camp? Just, you know, all these fins and bits and pieces. Well, we did. So I had a bit of mooch about Michelle. Can you bring this in? We had a little bit of a look on the internet. You know, your favourite place, Jeremy. Quite worried. This is a website. Now, it's called Out UK, and it's for the gay man. And it's kind of a lifestyle thing. It's got everything you need for your gay lifestyle. It's got, you know, what to watch on television. There's a very
If the
handsome man
SL is in here, it's for sale.
It does have car stuff in here. And if we have a look down, look, there's you see the autoerotic. Oh, aren't they lovely? There's a little smart.
Yeah.
And then we found the top 10 gayest cars. And if you look at number 4, which is quite near the top, really, that's the Mercedes SL 55 AMG. That's your car.
And do you know what's even more worrying is that the car I've just singled out for particular praise, the Jeep Wrangler's at number 2.
Is there anything you need to tell
It's
us at
not
this
just
point?
the Onyx coffee table, it's not just the carpeted bathroom, I'm coming out.
And the other point is, this is a fast car.
How many more points have you got that I don't know?
This is a fast car, isn't it? And we've
This
established
isn't.
it's a
Mine
fast
is,
car, the
yeah.
AMG. We noticed the Stig didn't drive it.
No,
we
there's
have a Stig.
there's no way I was going to let the Stig. Seriously, I was not going to let the Stig drive it.
Because it's your car.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we let the Stig drive it when we stole the keys.
The news.
This week, news from Daihatsu of the new Copen, which is obviously stands for coupe that opens. And this is the car of the future. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Smart Roadster.
Yeah.
Yeah, this as well, a little 660cc turbocharged engine, folding roof, a bit like the SLK.
Yeah.
The only problem I can see with it is they look like they're going to be about 14 grand if they import it.
14.
14.
And the Smart was...
12. Well, starting at 12, so this is 2 grand too much. So it's not decided yet whether they're going to import it, but if
Well,
they
I
do-
wouldn't bother.
No,
it's
that's
very
gonna kill
ugly
it.
and too expensive.
That's going to kill it. Now,
Sorted that one out.
last week there was a bit of an issue about Jeremy's Mercedes SL55 AMG.
Which you stole.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Which you stole. And do you know what's really funny? Is we've had, I don't know how many emails, hundreds, from people saying that the car that was driven around the track by the Stig wasn't mine. The thing, no, really, the thing was, when I drove it in the road test, I changed my plates. I put SL55 AMG on, so no one knows what my number plate is. Did you bother changing the plates?
No. Not really.
You did steal my car.
Yeah, pretty much. So if we can just clear that up. But there is more news here. If that's left you downhearted, this won't cheer you up at all, because now there's a better one. Brabus, German tuning house, you'll have heard of them probably.
Yeah.
They brought out the K8. Basically, it's going to be about 75 brake horsepower, even more than before. It's tricked up with great wheels, and I mean, that is a big, mean car.
Is that gay?
Oh, no.
Who thinks that's gay? That's still gay.
Sorry, Jeremy.
What's that going to cost, then? How much?
It doesn't make any difference how much it's going to cost. It's gay. I want to talk about safety. I think a lot of people think that all cars are about the same. They all have to pass the same kind of tests, but actually they're not. There's an organisation now called Euro NCAP, OK? And they test loads of cars and grade them. They're independent on our behalf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. And so far, the only cars that have got 5 stars are the Renault Laguna and the Mercedes C-Class, OK? But they've just tested 18 more cars, and 4 of them have got 5 stars. And they are, this is important, you should know this, Mercedes E-Class, the Renault Velsatis, which we looked at last week, the Renault Megane, 5 stars for a Renault Megane, and the Saab 9-3, which you've been driving.
That's true. So not only is it good for the environment, it cleans the air if you go through a mucky city.
It's not just the air, that thing. That'll suck rabid bats in. Clean them up, nice and fluffy, shoot them out the back end, no rabies on them.
Oh, lovely.
The thing is, with those cars, I mean, if you looked at those cars, you wouldn't obviously think, would you, a Velsatis?
Well, a Megane, you wouldn't look at a Renault Megane and think, is that safer than a Mercedes S-Class?
No.
They also test for pedestrian safety, you know, if you actually run into someone, and all of them do either badly or very badly, or in the case of the Suzuki Grand Vitara, appallingly. It got no stars. So basically, right, if you find yourself in the middle of a dual carriageway, there are 2 cars coming towards you, know you're going to be run over. If one of them's a Suzuki Grand Vitara, go for the other one. And just being serious, if I may, for a moment, because I never used to worry about safety at all until I had kids. And NCAP actually do test, if they put child seats in the back and test 18-month-old babies and 3-year-olds to see how they survive and how well they're looked after if you have an accident. And I think most of the cars they've tested are done very well, but the one they've picked out as being very good is the Subaru Legacy Outback.
Wow.
I mean, you look at that, it's not an obvious choice, is it?
No.
If you were thinking, I've got children now, I need to put them somewhere safe, you'd go Volvo or Mercedes or a big 4x4. But that is actually singled out with its child seats as being very, very good in both side impacts and frontal ones. So there we are.
Right. Has anybody seen about Transport Minister Alistair Darling? Bless him. Has been saying what we need is a hole czar.
A what?
Because of all the holes in the road, it's because of all the disorganisation. There were, I think it was in London on the Strand, about 160 holes in the road in 12 months. And they don't organise it, and as a result, traffic congestion, chaos. Well, it's funny that comes in the same week that we've heard that the average car journey, the average journey by car, is now 16% slower. It's taking people 16% longer to make the same journeys in their cars.
Than it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a big surprise, is it?
No, no, it isn't. I mean, the school run I have to do, not in London, it's from outside Oxford into the centre of Oxford, most car-friendly city in Britain. Well, OK, second most car-friendly. That's now 18 miles, an hour and a half.
The point being, and the interesting point being, how much do you think the traffic has increased by, the volume of traffic to achieve that? So journeys 16% longer, traffic
How many more
increased
cars
by,
do you
what
think there are on the roads?
Give me a percentage.
Guess. 2% more?
Or two cars. You fool! I wouldn't do it.
You're wrong.
No.
Should we say how many
I'm
more?
going to tell you. None. It's exactly the same. And yet journey times are that much slower. And that's because of all the stuff with this.
That's why that guy would have been doing 70 in that lane, now he's having to do 40 because of...
that.
Ooh, there's something coming.
Hello.
It's a taxi and another taxi and another taxi.
Well, that's 3 people
coming in from
right.
Heathrow. This is the problem. And now, have you seen the latest scam they've got with bus stops? You know, there used to be a lay-by the bus pulled into, OK, so that the old ladies could get on.
Yeah.
Well, now they're building bus stops out into the road.
Why?
This is the latest idea, because bus drivers were saying that no one was letting them out.
Nobody lets me
So
out.
now we have to wait while she did it. Oh, I've got me tartan shopping trolley. Anyway, before I... What? Do I travel a lot?
What do you think?
I went on a bus once. I was 8. It's hideous. Anyway, there's been a lot of talk just recently in America about what Jesus would have driven. Would I buy a diesel car? No. And I can explain why. Volkswagen Golf, OK? Petrol engine, European chic, goes into my cool wall, which we introduced last week in the cool section. Volkswagen Golf. Diesel. Identical car, except for the engine. Where does it go? Uncool, because it marks you out as a cheapskate. Here we go, the Saab we looked at earlier. Now, Saabs, I know they've gone all conventional, I know it runs on a Vauxhall Vectra platform, and yet somehow telling people you've got a Saab, quite cool. So it goes there and... Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I've explained. This isn't a debate. I tell you where things go. I am the judge here. Unless, of course, it's got a diesel engine, which Saab are now doing, in which case it goes there. Happy now? Yes. I have to say, actually, this cool wall has caused an absolute furore. We have had 20,000 emails about it. 20,000, and all day long, all the people here have been going, oh, what did you put that there for? And I've got a microphone here so we can hit people with it. You, what do you want moving?
The MX-5 and the MGTF.
You want to switch an MX-5 with a... MGTF. Anyone else got any thoughts? What was yours earlier?
The Aston Martin, I would put down into the uncool. On the basis of build quality, and it's not value for money. It's too much Ford.
You are such an idiot. This is the coolest car. I perhaps haven't explained how the cool thing works. It's got nothing to do with build quality. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Or looks, or anything, or how they are to drive. All that matters is, are they cool? And the way you can judge it is this, OK? You've got to take Kristin Scott Thomas out for dinner. Cool girl, yes? We all... Never heard of her, have you? Anyway, she's the coolest actress there is. You turn up in something like that, Ferrari 360, she's going to think you're a Berg. You turn up in that, she's going to leave her husband. That's how cool works. Who was complaining about the Ford Ka? You were. Why were you complaining about the Ford Ka?
It's just good. There's nothing you can say about it apart from look at it. It's a good car.
You've turned up with 86 earrings and you're telling us that's a brilliant car. My case rests. Oh, he's looking angry. I like earrings. You know, I drive an SL, OK? I'm gay, as it turns out. Anyway, where was I? Completely forgot. Oh, diesels. The point is that if you have a diesel, it marks you out as being mean, and that's why they're in uncool. The end.
Feel better for that, dear?
Yeah, had a bit of a moment.
It's really hefty.
Don't upset the bloke in the earrings.
No, I don't inspire that.
You carry on, but just be careful.
All right. I'll just go that way. So we're saying diesels uncool, they're down this end of the board. All right, next thing could be electric cars. Now, billions and billions of pounds are spent in America by organisations, including the government, on developing electric cars. And this, the Ford Think, is the best they can come up with. And frankly, you're better off doing the Guardian thing and jogging to work. Let me show you why. Now, here's the Think with the Stig at the wheel. Listen to the throbbing silence of that electric motor. Glorious. For comparison, we've lined it up against something equally sprightly. Jason. And they're off. Now, the Think can do 0 to 30 in 7 seconds. But you can have problems, particularly if you use the electrical stuff. Things like the stereo. He's leaving. Now, Jason by now is way behind, but look what's happening. It's running out of steam. Oh, my word, it's stopped! And the giant Galapagos tortoise is past and across the line! Would you drive an electric car, then, Jeremy?
No, I don't want to drive around in an appliance. It's as simple as that. And I'll tell you something else about electric cars, OK? You have to charge them up at night, OK? How many people park outside their houses? You have to park 3 streets. You do. Well done, you. There's one man who parks outside his house. But for the rest of us, you park 3 streets away. And even if you can park outside your house, there's just going to be flex. You'll be walking down the pavement like this over all the flexes. They're stupid.
Maybe not the best, but there might be a solution, and as is often the case, it's a compromise, and it's a hybrid car. It's the Toyota Prius. The clever thing is, and the reason it's a compromise, it's got two engines. There's a 1.3-litre petrol and an electric motor. And the way it works is it runs on the electric motor at slow speeds, and then when it needs more power or the motor runs out of charge, the engine, the petrol engine, fires up, and that puts the charge into the electric one. So, you don't have to plug it in. Brilliant.
And not just brilliant. I've got a list here of the people who are driving this car. Not a made-up list, this is for real. Cameron Diaz has one of these cars. Leonardo DiCaprio. Donny Osmond, we'll skip over that. Alicia Silverstone, Jane Fonda, Jeff Goldblum, Billy Joel, move over that one, Ted Danson, Dennis Weaver, David Duchovny, John Ketley. The list goes on forever. And yet, despite that, despite the incredible patronage, I don't know, where do we put it? Uncool. I'm thinking not uncool. I'm thinking not even seriously uncool. I'm thinking further down here. I'm thinking way out of the lit part of the basin in the deep, dark recesses of hell. That is pretty much the end of the show. Looking at the bus lane. No, still nothing going on there. I think next week we won't bother doing anything to do with the environment. In fact, I think we might kick a couple of barn owls to death just for fun. An apology, I'm afraid. You see, last week we did a show mostly about the environment, and I think I may have messed it up. You see, toward the end, I inadvertently said I was going to kick a barn owl to death.
You said you were going to kick it to death for fun, Jeremy.
I know.
So, can we clear this up, all right? Even if you're walking along the branch of a tree and there's an owl in front of you in your way, don't kick it.
Just don't.
No, we've let ourselves down, and I feel we've let down the barn owls.
Yeah. Exactly. So, that was our attempt to be green. We mucked it up. We're not going to be green anymore. This week, we're going to be scarlet.
First, the news.
Absolutely. And we'll start off with a story about parking. Now, Rio Ferdinand, who apparently is a footballist of some kind.
All right.
Who's he play for? Manchester United. Ah, that's how he's able to afford an Aston Martin Vanquish. And he should be able to pay the £40 ticket he got for not parking it within the box, which wasn't wide enough for the car.
Well, shouldn't the box be wide enough for a car? It would make sense, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, he's lucky. I got a ticket the other day, and I kid you not, for being parked badly. Since when did it become like ice skating? With them all standing there, no, I don't think that is well parked. 4, and only 3 from the Nigerian judge.
And that's kind of negative as well. If they're going to do that, it's got to be carrot and stick. So they need to do something positive. If they think you've parked particularly well, they should commend you. Maybe give you a rosette on your windscreen.
Yeah, a book token. Something actually useful.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of parking, you know where we nail this programme together? It's in the middle of London, OK? There's a multi-storey car park next door, 2 hours, £9 in there. So if you're 2 hours and 5 minutes, 18 quid. Well, I went into Oxford last weekend, parked on double yellow lines right outside where I wanted to be, OK? Took the children out for lunch, went to see James Bond, got back 5 hours later, 20 quid parking ticket. That's pretty reasonable.
That's
£12.
But you invented valet park, didn't you?
I did, valet parking. I was, used to live in Fulham, right next to the car pound in London, so you could drive up to the West End, have a few drinks, leave the car, wobble home best way you could, wake up in the morning, they towed it home for you. It was pricey, but kind of worth it.
Right, news from Citroën. The Berlingo Multispace, looked at in the very beginning of the series, Jeremy, and we all agreed, fantastic car. I mean, a great family car like ride and all the rest of it. Yep. But best of all, cheap. Well, this is the new one. I say new, it's not like new, it's a bit of a facelift, but it does look prettier. But the really important thing is, it's still
yes, I was going to say prettier is relative.
Prettier.
That's like if you got Anne Widdecombe and hit her on the forehead with a light tap from a hammer.
She'd look prettier.
That's what I'm saying.
It's prettier.
Yeah.
It's prettier.
Yeah.
But the most important thing, looks aside, is you get all of that package and it's cheap, and it still is because they're still doing the same VAT back deal until the end of the year, which means it's about £8 grand. That's actually a lot of car for £8 grand.
I know.
It's still a good one.
Here we go, Astra. Oh, we've all been waiting for it. No, come on. Hot Astra, 200 brake horsepower, OK, but 16.5 grand. That's 3.5 grand cheaper than the RS Focus. Nearly as much power. The thing I can't work out, I know. But back in the old days, 200 brake horsepower in a Cos, it was a really quick car. 0 to 60 on this 7 seconds.
Which is quick, but it's
Yeah, but
not
Irish
like...
Focus.
It's a Vauxhall, you blithering idiots. That's it.
All right, you're right.
There's the V. Nobody's going to buy one in the end. Now,
The Audi TT. Now, it was agreed that on your cool board, what you did think of and put all the cars on without asking anyone, that the TT had been cool and it had kind of slipped... Well, you didn't.
but let's ask these. Is the Audi TT cool? Hands up if you think it's cool. Hands up if you think it's uncool. There you go, uncool.
You're right, absolutely. Well, they've obviously listened to this. The cool board is taking effect. So they've put a bigger engine into it, a V6, 3.2 litre, about 240 brake horsepower. It's the one out of the R32 to kind of cool it up.
240 brake, it's 225 anyway, so it's 15 brake horsepower more. You've got a heavier engine.
It will be, yeah.
It's not going to be
So
much
it's probably
quicker.
not that much quicker. But here's the exciting stuff. It has a very exciting gearbox. It's called DSG.
It's not one of those stupid Formula One things, is it?
I didn't know, so rang Audi and said, can you send me some stuff on it? And here it is. And they did, and it's great because it explains it for you. Now, well, basically, the control logic integrated into the transmission casing maintains optimum gear shift strategies that perform lightning-fast gear shifts, nevertheless smooth and
No,
almost
you're not reading... No, don't just rush it. Go again. Look. What is that? You were reading that bit?
Yeah.
OK, it's the way you read it, OK? OK. Bit of thesp here. As on conventional manual gearboxes, the transmission radios are present on input and auxiliary shafts in the form of pairs of toothed wheels. In contrast to manual gearboxes, the input shaft is divided into 2 sections. It comprises an outer hollow shaft and... Oh, look, how many engineers here? Is there anyone here who has a first tiny grasp of engineering?
I mean, is it an automatic or a manual?
You have. Look, I'm going to give you this. By the end of we've finished the news, I want to understand that gearbox. Work it out as your homework. Discuss it. We have no clue what it is. And don't buy that car because the gearbox doesn't work. I'd love to ring a dealer up and say, this gearbox... Dunno, mate.
No, is it an automatic or a manual?
It's witchcraft. It's what it is. The one thing we have worked out about it, seriously, we have been in the office with that all week. The one thing we have worked out about it is it says that it's able to tell, it's got 2 clutches and it's able to tell, it has the next gear ready, OK? Yeah. Ready for you to change. So you're in 3rd, accelerating. How does it know what you want next? And when I think when you're accelerating, he's going to want 4th. You go, well, I'm in 2nd. Oh, still haven't got that. Now, last week, we set out to find Britain's fastest faith, OK? And this week, we are searching for Britain's fastest white van driver. We asked for applicants a few weeks ago on the show, and this is how many we got on emails. Now, we weeded out the psychotics, and we were left with 5, except for one small thing. May I draw your attention at this point to our cool wall. We divide all cars into Sub-Zero, that's stuff like the Vanquish, cool, uncool, and then seriously uncool, which is the Beetle, the Chrysler PT Cruiser, and anything with a Skoda badge. Now, this is a handful of people carriers, OK? And they all go in uncool. Doesn't matter which one you've got, newest pass, uncool. Citroen C8, uncool? Uncool, definitely. Seat Alhambra, uncool. Peugeot 807, uncool. Toyota Previa, uncool. What's that? Chrysler thing. Voyager, thank you. Uncool. What's that then? Hyundai. What's the Hyundai people carrier called? What? The Hyundai seriously uncool. You may have a point on that. Kia? Kia garbage. No, you're right. Put it there. What the hell? You see, the thing about people carriers is, they're not like normal cars. Normal cars, you buy one because you want one. These, they're like washing up bowls. You buy them because you need them.
And that's where these come in, off-roaders. You still get 7 seats, so there's plenty of room, and you get cool looks. And it's as safe as travelling to school in Fort Knox. Just look what happens when you crash a 4x4 into a normal car. Look at that, the normal car, absolutely destroyed. You wouldn't want to be in that. If you were going to be anywhere, you'd want to be in the 4x4.
So there we are. Big Tonka toy like that, the perfect family car.
It is. Well, not this one, obviously. It's a Discovery. It'll break down.
Well, quite, absolutely. Watch this, OK? I'm going to close this door. Watch the glove box lid. It opens.
Hey! It's like a clown's car. I reckon if you start it, the wings will just spring off.
So, not this one, that one. Toyota Land Cruiser. For now, we've got a problem.
Go on.
The Stig is saying he doesn't want to drive around because he wants to promote. He's done this CD, okay, a sort of Christmas hits of his easy listening, and he wants to promote it, and we've said it's the BBC, you can't promote it, so he's having a strop.
Right, a cross stick.
Yeah.
Don't give in.
Fair enough.
Anyway, let's do the news.
Morgan, they're going racing again, which is good news, good for them, but it's an expensive business, obviously. Recession on the way. There's their car at Le Mans. It's a very expensive game, and sponsorship is hard to come by. Recession on the way, so they've come up with a good idea to raise a few quid to do this. Best way to explain it. Do you remember the Beano Club? Did you join that? It cost, or is it just? It's just me, isn't it? Well, I remember it, and it cost you about 5p, and you sent off, and you got a little membership card and a badge with little googly eyes on it. So, Morgan have launched the Morgan Club, and you can join this. It is a bit more expensive than 5p. It's £1,000. Yes, but for that you do get.
And this helps, that's basically instead of sponsorship. They just
Yeah,
get people...
essentially, yeah. All these people join, £1,000, that goes in the kitty so they can go racing.
Right, OK.
And for your £1,000, you drive yourself over to the circuit, obviously, to go and watch the racing. But when you get there, if you're a member, you get entrance to the circuit and a seat in the grandstand.
Seat?
Yeah.
What sort of seat?
It'll be like a red plastic thing, mate.
Not a throne, then? Which is what I'd want for £1,000 with tiger skin and...
Sunscreen over the top.
exactly, and
Somebody
some
fanning you.
half-naked Fijian girls chilling me.
No, it doesn't say anything about any of that, Jeremy.
No,
but you
okay.
do get to put your name on a list of other people who've given Morgan £1,000. You get private access to the team, which, considering it's a 24-hour race and they'll be on the circuit for...
3/4 of an hour.
Yeah, something like that.
23 hours to grill about what went wrong. Do you not get, like, you know, access to, like, a clubhouse, like a, you know, a tree house or something with a ladder where you can sort of go and talk about Morgans?
Afraid not, but you do get to buy limited edition clothing.
Buy.
It's a bit steep, isn't it? Maybe I won't.
I found the perfect investment, OK? It's a house, south of France, and it's currently for sale. Now, this is the house, all right? There it is. Beautiful house.
Very nice.
And then in the grounds, there's the racetrack.
Nice.
I kid you not, it's got a full-on racetrack in it.
Every home should have one.
Look at that, look at that. I mean, that's all yours, so it's not like anyone's going to complain. This is a motorcyclist called Leon Humphreys, who has been taken to court by the DVLA because he forgot to tell them that his Suzuki was off the road, OK? He has claimed that under medieval law, he's entitled to settle the dispute in a trial by combat.
Oh, yes!
He says that under medieval law, which is still on the statute books, he's entitled to fight a champion nominated by the licensing agency.
The DVLA champion.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it is in Swansea.
Oh, then I'll do it.
Yeah, that'll be. Exactly.
I'll take him on.
A few fly-halves, I'll have him. Except, what they ought to remember, the DVLA have to remember, it is a fight to the death.
It's quite strict.
And you're allowed to use swords, knives, or blacksmith's hammers.
Nice.
Now,
Nice to
that's
have
good
the choice.
television. It is. That's something I'd want to watch. You know the other thing about the Forester? Subaru always win those reliability surveys.
That's true, absolutely. So you've got that in its favour and the fact that it'll do everything you want for the family. It is very quick and it won't fall over like a tall 4x4.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
And, best thing of all, here's a photograph. It goes in the cool section
Oh, yes,
of
it does.
our board.
Yeah. Cool car.
What do you mean, no?
Wrong.
Hold on.
Have you seen the interior?
Yes.
Well, it's bland and boring and dull.
He just hasn't got the idea of this at all.
What is he, an interior designer, maybe? That's
Exactly.
not the point.
Lawrence Welling Bowen without the cuffs. It's cool.
You missed it.
TVR. Cool. No, again, you're wrong. Uncool. And I'll explain why, if I may, OK? TVRs, as we know, they're for men whose trousers are creeping up a bit.
You know the time of life?
That time of life, the gap between the nipple and the waistband is just starting to come down a little bit. So I'm afraid that's why it's uncool. Anyone else got any objections to that? Yes. Yeah, you again. Who is it now?
Look at it, it's lovely. You can't say that's uncool, and it comes in yellow.
What? What's this? Soda bananas? Soda, I mean, what? Everything yellow is cool. No, it's not.
Talking of yellow, where do we put this? It's
And
a
it's
Polo.
cool. It's cool.
No,
That's a cool car.
Wrong. Cool car.
Euro chic.
Euro chic.
Don't take
Agree
it,
with me?
It's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much. Very cool.
What do you drive?
Jeep Wrangler Sport, but I did have a Polo before.
Jeep Wranglers are dreadful cars, but cool. See, that is what we keep trying to explain, isn't it? It doesn't matter what they're like to drive or look at, it's whether they're cool or
Or
not.
what colour they are.
Exactly. Yellow. Forget colour. Look, you see, you've got your Fiat Punto, you've got your Golf, as long as it's a petrol, obviously. Anything little and European, Citroen C3, goes in the cool section.
Are you sure about the M3? It's just, I've wandered past, and there it is, and still part of me thinks that's the wrong place. What do you reckon, M3? Is that cool or not?
The only way to put that is down.
I can't. I'm really not convinced.
Please leave the M3 down there, really. It's a great car, make no mistake.
We'll discuss that one later.
It's a great car, man. Cool. Ferrari 575. Sub-Zero. No, that's... Who's put this? Who's put a Porsche Boxster in the Sub-Zero? It's you, isn't it? It's you because you've got one?
This is such a cool car.
I had one.
You had that in Uncool.
It is...
You can't put that in.
No, you see, I had one last week. Boxster S, new car, fantastic. Really, the most beautifully balanced, but you look like a prat.
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, really. Don't put the M3 cool.
I can't... I've gone with you on most of this. Will somebody please back me up on the M3, please?
We'll have a vote on the M3. Forget what it's like to drive. Hands up if you think it's cool. Hands up if you think it's uncool.
Precisely, that's more for cool. I win, thank you.
Yes, but this isn't a democracy, this is top. Now...
It's a lose-lose.
You're going to lose.
Right, it's time now to look back on 2002 and announce our Car of the Year.
OK, and the nominations are the Range Rover. We've just seen it. It is the king of off-roaders. And the Mazda 6. The Japanese tried to take on the Germans, and they succeed. It's a cracking car and very good value as well. And then there's the Mini Cooper S. It's the trendiest car in the world right now. It's like driving around in a supercharged Parker. And the Audi RS6. It's fast in a straight line, fast round corners, and it's fast even when it's raining.
Right. Have we missed anything? Anybody got any more thoughts that we should have put on the show?
62.
The what?
Maybach 62.
The Maybach 62 is a stupid car. We're coming to that later. Anybody else? The Vauxhall Vectra. The Vauxhall Vectra wouldn't be the best car even if it was launched in 1984. And a really... Jaguar XJ? That was launched this year, was it? Where are you from? Which part of the country? Coventry. They make the damn things there. Have you not noticed them? I'm afraid you're all way wide of the mark. As are, in fact, the official European Car of the Year jury, who voted in recently the Renault Megane. Car of the Year. Only if you do that. So, our Car of the Year is... We've got some gold envelopes. Ready? It's the Range Rover. The judges, and that would be us, were impressed with its mono-thingy chassis, its supplementary heater, and the sheer Range Roveriness of it.
And the next one is for this year's most pointless car.
OK, and the shortlist here is the Mercedes Maybach. It's a private jet that can't take off. And then the Ford Fusion. Don't be fooled by the ads. It is a Ford Fiesta in a hat. And the Rover 75 long wheelbase, suitable only for the Mayor of Preston.
Right. Have we missed anything there or not? SL55 AMG, you think is a pointless... So, let's go to the actual winner, which is... It's the Ford Fusion, everybody! Now, the judges were very impressed with Ford's idleness on this one. They knew that we all liked mini MPVs, they knew they needed to make one, and they couldn't be bothered.
Next up, a very popular category here. It's the weirdest Renault category.
OK. Weirdest Renault of the year. The nominees are as follows. The Velsatis. It's a businessman's car, but only if your business is Enron. The Megane, a family car, but only if your family is the Osbornes. And the Avantime, it's a sporty coupe, but only if you don't want a car that's sporty. Or a coupe.
And the winner, the weirdest Renault of the year is, in true mad Renault style, it's the Nissan Micra. The judges noted that the designer had plainly got too much ink in his pen. Look at it. Stop designing it, man. Step away from the CAD-CAM unit. You've finished. That's enough details on one car.
Now the big one. Our Surely You Don't Need the Money award.
And the winner is Eddie Irvine for promoting this hosepipe here. The man earned £6 million last year, £6 million, but still thought it was a good idea to put his fizzog on this box, which is available in Woolworths for £79.99p.
Right, the news, and we thought this week we'd look at what to look forward to next year.
Yes.
Because although we're losing the Esprit, there's quite a lot of supercars to get excited about.
Quite a lot's an understatement. It's about 500,000 of them.
Best supercar coming next year has got to beat this, the Porsche Carrera GT.
Oh,
absolutely glorious. V10 engine, again, £250,000, but just look at it.
That's just so beautiful. That's the most beautiful car.
Yeah, that's a very...
I've seen in a very, 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 very long time.
And the new Viper, which is the American equivalent of a sports car.
Yeah.
In the same way, I guess, that George Bush is the equivalent of a president.
Yeah, exactly. There it is, 8.3 litres, 500 horsepower, and that's not enough. Because there's a new Bugatti coming out next year, which has got 1,000 horsepower. It's called the Variant. It has how do you get 1,000 horsepower into a car? You have to open the glove box, there'll be 40 horses in it. There's 36 in the ashtray, a couple under the... Nay! Dobbins under the seat. Look at it. 1,000 horsepower.
That is an astonishing amount of power.
You'll go from naught to the grave in 4 seconds.
Immediately.
I'm dead. I accelerated.
Straight up a tree.
Dead.
Marginally closer to the real world is the McLaren Mercedes SLR. Only marginally. Now, I know it does look a bit like an SL, in fact, quite a lot like an SL from some angles, but it's an entirely different car, made largely from carbon fibre, so it will be light, got a supercharged V8, so it will be quick as well, and it could be yours next year for £250,000.
Koenigsegg, yeah?
Bless you.
Bit like the SLR V8 supercharged, but this one's got more power. This one's got 655 brake horsepower, and they reckon it's the fastest car in the world. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, 240 miles an hour top speed.
240?
Where are you going to do that?
And it's Swedish.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it in Sweden.
Slick.
To do it, there's always... You do it here. Do it on the M1 or M40.
The M50's quite empty a lot of the time. You get 240.
M32 is good.
M27. Anyone else got any more ideas? M5. You can't go... Don't be stupid. You can't go 240 on the M5.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
The M59, though.
Where are we going now? Oh, I know. Ascari. Yet another supercar. We've actually got it in the studio. This is the first one, OK? It's made in Banbury by a company called Ascari, which stands for Anglo-Scottish Car Industries. Didn't know Banbury was Anglo-Scottish, but there we are. It's got a 5-litre V8 engine, but they've asked me not to say where it's from.
Secret.
It's a secret.
OK, fair enough.
BMW X5 we had in the studio earlier.
Nice engines.
Yeah, nice engines. Very nice. Anyway, what can we say about it? Well, the problem is, of course, there's a lot of British companies come along and set themselves up, you know, hoping to make these low-volume sports cars. There was Lee Francis, there was Jensen, Marcos, Strathcarron, and...
They've all gone out of business. All of them.
So we wish Ascari the best of British. No, not the best of British. Sorry, wish them the best of luck. Fingers crossed. Yeah. But anyway, listen, if you can't afford it, you can't get any of these supercars, and there are lots of them coming, don't worry, there's quite a lot of sports car coming as well. Chrysler, for instance, is launching the £26,000 Crossfire. Here it is. Now, it's basically underneath. It's a Mercedes SLK. It was designed by a British person, and it's been built in Germany. So that's a car for America to be proud of.
And we've got the new Mazda RX-8 to look forward to.
Yep.
22,400 quid. That's seriously good value. Wankel engine, suicide back doors.
The thing about those Wankel engines, though, they used to have a big problem because it was something called the rotor tips deep inside the engine. They used to wear out much too quickly, didn't they? So I think they're going to replace them and
Now, they've
made them out
solved
of
that. They're using the hardest substance known to man.
diamond.
No, harder than diamonds. I'll tell you what the hardest substance known to man is, what they're lining the rotor tips with. It's Weetabix. Bear with me on this. Weetabix that's been left in a cereal bowl and then put in the dishwasher. Have you ever tried to get it off? Nothing.
Oh, I'll buy that. That would do it.
I have put 60 tons of TNT into the bowl to get it out, blow the bowl to smithereens, still stuck to the pieces.
That would do it. No doubt about it.
So that's what they're using. It's the Mazda Weetabix.
Are there any really, like, you know, sensible cars coming next year?
Well, I've got a list, actually, of the other cars that are coming, and the answer to your question is, not really. Porsche, they've made a £50,000, 150-mile-an-hour off-roader.
Not sensible.
That's not sensible. Volkswagen, which, as we all know, means people car, they've made a £60,000 feet-on.
People's sensible.
People's car. The economy's obviously going better in Germany than we thought. Yeah. Oh, there is one, actually. There is one sensible car, the Vauxhall Signum. Now, it's basically a Vectra. Oh, I'm nodding off. Oh, this I'm coming back. I'm back. We mustn't be put off by its Vectraness, because it's not like a Zafira, which is the sort of 7-seat Astra. It only has 5 seats. But apparently the ones in the back all move about and recline and things. They're really clever, the ones in the back. It's going to be the first car ever where people will be fighting to get in the back. No, no, you drive. Really, you have the front. You drive it. I'll sit back here. Thanks very much. Tinted windows. No one will know I'm in it. Anyway, here endeth the news. There's one thing I want to do with this car, OK? Think of a better name for it. T350C sounds like an iron.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's got a plug on it.
Is an appliance,
Yeah.
so it won't do. So whatever we come up with, even if they do call it a T350C, we're going to call it what we come up with.
That's fair.
And actually choosing a name can be quite tricky, OK? I mean, I've got a list here of some of the better ones, and these are all genuine. I promise they are genuine. There was the Mazda Bongo Friendy.
Very chic.
How about this one? The Mitsubishi Mini Active Urban Sandal.
How big was the badge?
Or this is the best of the lot. The Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard. That's a superb name.
What is that?
And it's not just the Japanese either. Back in the 80s, Volkswagen launched a version of their Mark I Golf, convertible, pink, white leather, OK? And they called it the Fancy Boy.
Genius. We didn't get that one in the UK, did we?
No, the UK importers said, no thanks.
Yeah, funny that.
Exactly. Now, TVR in the past have been very good at names. They had the Cerbera, which was, it's a sort of dog. It's a dog thing. And then they had Chimera, which was a she-goat.
Yes.
And Tuscan, which was the supreme god of everything. And now they've come up with the microwave. So we've got to do better than that. And I've got a perfect idea. Ready? The Widowmaker.
Oh, absolutely. You can't call a car Widowmaker. That's awful.
Can? I just have. It's the TVR Widowmaker. They called the Starfighter jet in the 60s. That was a Widowmaker. Pilots queued up to fly it, killed themselves, and then another one took their seat. Everyone wanted to fly it.
You can't... But I know where you're going, though. It needs to be that sort of forceful, like, TVR Armageddon or...
Well,
big,
Armageddon.
strong
Anyone else
names.
got any ideas? Poseidon. Poseidon.
Quite like that.
Quite like Poseidon. What's it the god of? The sea. The sea. Pertinent. Anyone else got any? What?
Thor.
Thor.
I like Thor.
Yeah, TVR Thor.
It's got a bit of oomph to it. That's very, very poor.
The Wizard. No, it's a wizard. I don't quite like the TVR Harry Potter. There's something about it. It's like the TVR Famous Five. But the TVR Beatrix Potter. Peter the Rabbit. We could go on forever, you
I think
idiot.
you're missing the point.
It's the Paddington Bear.
Oh,
It's perfect. But I think, if I'm not allowed to call it Widowmaker, how about the TVR Valhalla?
Yeah, wasn't that where the
What do you mean,
Vikings...
yeah? That's, in fact, I've decided. It's the end of the discussion.
It's like a cool wall all over again.
It is. It's like the cool wall. I've decided. We've heard some great names, but this is, whatever TVR call it, the Valhalla. The end. That's it.
That's where the Vikings hung out, when they were dead, isn't it?
Yeah, dead Viking burial ground.
TBR.
Perfect.
Well, there's no point in arguing, fair enough.
We've sorted it. But now it's time to award the prize to the fastest celebrity in the whole series, and it was, if we look on this board, JK with a time of 1:48, and he's here, everybody! Well done. And there it is.
What can I say?
I should apologise for the end that's come off there.
The BBC has really pushed the boat out.
Slightly broke. Would you like to make a speech? A little Tom Hanks-style acceptance speech would be good. No, it's okay.
I'd just like to say to everybody that it's one of the greatest days of my life to get this to get this award, and you know, I mean, no Brit Award or Grammy could come close to it. And I just want to thank Jeremy, the BBC, God, Mum, everybody. Thank you.
Fantastic. Wait, wait.
Hit the road again next week at the same time. Get right inside Tinseltown next on BBC Prime with a lowdown on Hollywood.